Good evening, sir. Checkpoint lang po, sir. Ganban po kami ngayon. Pwede sir, buksan natin.
Elections in the Philippines are fought with money and guns, despite the police officer's warning to a driver that guns are banned in this area.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
More than 100 campaign workers and candidates were killed in the weeks before the election. It is here in the small villages that elections are fought the hardest. Zamboanga del Norte province ranks among the poorest in the country, where about 40% of the population survives on a few dollars a day. This politician says the solution to poverty is the candidate he favors for provincial governor, Berto Uy. Berto Uy has been the mayor of the provincial capital, Dipolog City. In running for governor of Zamboanga del Norte, Uy boasts of his record of building infrastructure. But paving roads has made him a target of allegations of corruption because his family is engaged in the construction supply business. Uy dismisses these allegations and says he has only answered the needs of the people. He says in impoverished areas, the #1 problem is a lack of good roads. The lack of transportation infrastructure, Uy says, means a coconut farmer will lose about 40% of potential sales. This small village in the province has not been reached by either electricity or paved roads. Around noon, when it is too hot to farm, many people gather to bet what little they have in card games. Dario, a father of 4, lives in this small hut. When asked about how he picks a candidate, he says simply he will choose the one likely to win. Candidates most likely to win are those with massive campaign organizations and the money to meet the financial demands of running.
Of course, you have to spend a lot of money because you have to organize in each municipality. When I am running for mayor, I have spent millions during that time.
But not all candidates are willing to sink fortunes into campaigning.
And in this country, we pay a lot of money for exposure that I find immoral, considering the fact that people remain hungry. I find it immoral to spend like $20,000 US on a 30-second commercial on TV just to make ourselves known.
Martin Bautista is a physician who became well off working in the United States. He moved back to the Philippines with his family to prove that there is hope for improving the political process. But his campaign for the Senate only proved what he already knew. Politics here is about money, not policy.
It's become a cottage industry in the Philippines to become a politician. And that's why it's become personal. It's become violent because members of somebody's family depend on the master politician or the head of the household for livelihood.
Democracy is prized in the Philippines. As many as 80% of those eligible voted in the May 14th election. But many people say the electoral process does little to help the poorest in the country, such as Dario, who says he cannot worry too much about politics. He says, as long as we can eat, that's enough. For producer Prospero Laput, Heather Barron, VOA News, Zamboanga del Norte, Philippines.